Hello, hello, hello. Paul here, and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. I've got nothing to burble on about today, so let's get straight on with the action. Please enjoy episode 76, Free Falling.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Hello, reader. Take a seat somewhere. There's more and more space. The progressively more that Paul withers. What? The great withering of Paul continues. So there's more space on the bench next to him. Right, where were we?
We're in the arena, about to fight.
We're at the arena. That's where we left things. We won't do a recap, Johnny, don't worry, but just to set the scene, you have been winched up to the arena on the great elevator, and you're fighting Pitchblade in the 8 o'clock fight on day 2 of the Games of Misrule. That's the second day of Misrule. You've won the toss, and you've picked the blue northern circle or ground for where to start the fight. Pitchblade are in the red circle, looking.
Well, it's kind of pink.
Yeah, well, it's kind of pink. I think it's with the budget, you know.
Yeah.
The Pitchblade are looking. You know, they've been drinking all afternoon, but they looked increasingly sober. The further up the elevator was winched, and it's clearly there's a bit of kind of kidology going on. And now they're checking each other's gear in that way that people do in movies. You know, that kind of thing. They're completely naked apart from some bandoliers and these giant axes, and they look raring to go. But you won the toss, so you got to pick your ground. Now, the arena is packed. This is the big banner fight of the day. 8 p.m, floodlit. The last detail I should mention is that as you were taking your ground in the arena, a couple of you noticed a couple of figures that you recognised sitting in the shadows behind the throne, which, as we've established, is the second novel of my sweeping fantasy trilogy. The Behindiad, I don't know, whatever it's called. And those two figures were Severiana Outsplinter and Cuthbert, your old adventuring companion, Cuthbert. We were just assuming that they looked like they're honoured guests. They were just tucked in the shadows. That is basically all I have to say. Talabir raises his hand high, drops it sharply. The statues on the side of the throne dais sound the fanfare, and we're off. And let us start by rolling.
Can I just do a few things before that happens?
For initiative.
Could I do
what kind of things do you want to do?
Well, I want to activate a few things. I want to buff up slightly. Activate my Ring of Jumping, activate my Boots of Speed. They're all bonus actions, but I'd rather do them while this fanfare is going on.
I can't see why not. Why not.
A spiritual weapon as well?
Spiritual weapon, no. Spiritual, you can't cast actual sort of in the thick of it spells, as it were, until the bout has started.
Okay. I'll just click my heels together and do the activate the Ring of Jumping.
You saw Procyon and Sirius, the Pitchblade dwarves. Procyon and Sirius. They were necking potions. Yeah, they necked 3 potions each, you think, while the elevator was going up. So they've been buffing. I can't see why you shouldn't do too.
What about Longstrider? Casting Longstrider?
That I think you could probably get away with, because it's not an offensive spell.
Okay.
Think about the stuff that you might be able to get away with. I think casting invisibility on oneself before the fanfare sounded would be regarded as bad form. But buffs and bits and bobs, I can't see that while the elevator is going up, if other people are drinking potions and Buggy is using bonus actions, I can't see why not. Why not? Go for it. Anybody else want to do anything like that? Anybody want to make a note of some stuff before we start?
I'd like to cast Bless. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Bless. It only affects 3 people. Buggy Parker.
I'm trying to think of the other names of my fantasy trilogy now.
Thank you.
And one of Burple and the other one.
I think the first one would be called the Sword Behind the Shield. Yeah, if it's the Behindiad, I'm thinking.
What does Bless do?
The other one.
That's not my area of responsibility. The third one, I'm thinking of the third one, frantically trying to think. I think the Weasel Behind the Tapestry.
Good name. Okay, so Misfortune will decide whether it's Burple or Alison D, who seems to be now...
Alison D. No, just D. We're calling her now.
D.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, D.
D.
Yeah, that's how she's become known famously now
because
your reputation has spread through Evenstar. Your success in the first round.
It's locked in.
The crowd are going D. 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 And just
Burple is low,
pointing at you.
And D is high.
Some people call you DD.
Burple.
Okay.
So what do I get?
You get Bless.
No, I get blessed, which is an extra D4 on attacks
Attack rolls
Burps.
and saving throws.
and saving. Sorry, attack rolls and saving throws. Right, thank you.
Oh, that's really good.
This is such a slick operation, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is just...
Yeah, oh yeah.
So some people have both spells. I got neither.
Bless was cast.
Yes.
As a pre-combat spell. Aid has been cast. Buggy has done his boots and his bangles and his bits and bobs.
Yeah.
The crowd are shouting, D, D, D.
What? Hang on. No, they're shouting Bugraft, Buggy, Uncle
Well,
Buggy.
they're shouting, Auntie, Bug, Boo, Bung, Bung. Like, it's a difficult one to get their heads around.
Don't forget, I've got these 2 stuffed heads on the poles now. I've got the Mind Flare and this demon.
Hooves. Yeah.
Hooves.
Okay. Right. Let's roll for initiative. Let's do that. Right. That's because we're just be seeing
Yeah.
all night. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna roll. Ooh, that's a big number.
No.
Whey,
20.
23.
Rolling a 6 and a 1. Okay. So
Where's the initiative roster gone?
I'm going to do that. Don't worry.
Ooh,
No,
22.
Right. Let's go around the table. I'll just in any order of the sessions. What you get?
22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not happy about that, Graham. I just know it. That means he has to make decisions. Burple.
5.
5. That's a much better number.
No,
much better
shit
number.
Fucking
Uncle
hell.
Buggy.
20.
20. Oh dear. Okay. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be that high up. In the old days, when you could delay. Yeah. Nice high number. Oh. Right. Parker. Back it.
23.
Bloody hell.
Yes. Rolled
D.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 3.
Oh, he's gonna
Alessandra,
make us-
What a waste of a natural 20.
Yeah. Alessandra. Yeah.
14.
14 for D. Okay. And then.
Sorry, where did the D come from? I missed that.
Well, it's short for Sandy.
Oh.
I think Sandy was quite good.
Win the crowd, win your freedom. That's what Ollie Reed said, I think, didn't he? There's that joke about Ollie Reed, and I can't remember how it goes. Oh well. Well, something. It's like he was playing dart. He died playing darts or something.
Did he?
Finished on a double. It's something I can't remember how it goes. Anyway, Pitchblade. They have not done that well, even though they were rolling at advantage. So they've got 12. Let us start, therefore, on 22 with the last person in the world who wants to be called on to do so. 23. Sorry. Let us start on 23 with Parker. What would you like to do? The crowd
Yeah.
go, crazy as the things
Getting
kick
mad.
off.
They're getting
Yeah.
mad as they're waiting for Parker to make a decision.
Yeah. Well, okay. Parker will.
The stadium is well lit by kind of wear lights that are suspended in the. You can't really see the sky beyond them, right? You get that kind of light blindness. You can clearly make out the ring of lights at 40 feet, which mark the ceiling for arena flight.
Yeah.
And you are like a contestant on some sort of ITV game show. The runes that you're standing within are lit up, so you're in a sort of cylinder of light.
Okay.
And you're looking out over the ground. What would you want to do? And you can see Pitchblade, obviously, in their little cylinder of kind of rose red light.
Parker will move to the opposite side of the midline between the
Yeah. So you're running to the middle of the
them and
arena.
us, but in the direction of the opposite side of the dais. So I'm sort of where there's on the opposite side of the dais.
Yeah,
There
okay.
looks to be some kind of entrance.
So you're
I'm running
heading to the
basic-
middle of the arena, but you're heading away from
To
the
the
dais
side.
with the royal box and everything
Yes.
else, and you're going towards the other side. Yeah, got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Like somebody whose flight has been called a little bit earlier than they were expecting. It is Sessions on 22.
It is. The dwarves, do they have names? Do we remember what they are?
Sirius and
You do.
Procyon.
They're called Sirius and Procyon.
So Sirius is the green one or the sort of pinky
In
one?
terms of what you're looking at, Sirius is marked with a pink base, and Procyon
Okay.
is marked with a green base. Procyon, your sense has been that Procyon is probably the dominant partner.
Procyon on the green base.
Yes, in the sense that Sirius seems to defer to Procyon.
Okay.
But for all intents and purposes, they are basically twins.
Are
Right.
we going to focus on one at a time?
I think
Let's see.
ideally, but I think we need to see how things unfold.
Okay, so
But
I'm
yeah,
going
I
to try
think if
some.
we focus on one of them,
So the green one.
The green one. Okay, so I'm going
well,
to
the
step
pink
out.
one's probably going towards Parker. So
Okay. I'm going to step gingerly out of the circle, edge
Yeah.
slightly forward,
Yeah.
Waddle, you mean?
waddle, yeah, at my extremely,
Yep.
yeah, I can get to about here. A little bit, about the front of the circle and slightly to the same side as Parker.
Sort of following Parker a little bit. Staying
Following
in the
Parker,
north.
a
Yep.
long,
Yeah.
long way behind him. And then
A
I'm
very
going...
long way behind him. Yeah.
And what I'm assessing to be a very long way from the bad guys.
Yes, you are a
and
long way from them. Yes.
Then I think I'm going to try and... I cast Dispel Magic on the green guy.
You're going to cast a spell.
I think I'm going to try and remove his buffs.
Procyon.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me about how that works, because I don't know, and it's too long since I've played D&D to remember.
Okay.
Even though
So,
Dispel
you
Magic is something I
choose
should
one
know.
target, one
Yes.
creature, object, or magical effect within range. I choose him. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Got it. So you're picking him, and you're saying
I'm
any
going-
spell of 3rd level lower. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on him ends.
And any
Yes.
spell of 4th level or higher on the target, I have to make an ability check against using my
Got it.
spellcasting ability, DC equal 10 plus the spell level.
Right. Hold briefly, caller. Okay. That's one thing. Okay. I mean, do you know what? I mean, I don't know that you do know what happens, do you? I mean, you might be able to infer what happens if I make you make a dice roll and you're successful, but otherwise, you don't see stuff go on, right?
No.
Fine.
I
that's fine.
assume that he's buffed,
That's
and
fine.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to debuff him for the benefit
Yeah.
of...
Completely. Okay. So that first one, can you make a D20 roll, please?
I can, caller. Do you want me to make an ability check type D20
Yeah.
roll?
Yeah. That one. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's...
I know the number you need.
And I roll
Come on.
a 24.
Nice one. 20. Nice one.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
And then the last thing I need to check is.
Well done, Graham.
Screwed, man. You're screwed.
Yes. Well done, Graham.
That could be a game changer.
Okay, so there's one more. I'm just going to check something. Sorry about this, because I don't know what level it is. I have absolutely no idea, no way of. What happens if it's not from a spell?
It says, but it talks about magical effect, not spell. And it said, so it's
No, it says every magical was it effect of 3rd
Any
level or
spell
lower?
or...
any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target.
Yeah.
ends.
Or any spell of 4th level or higher.
Yeah. Well, choose one creature. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. My point here is that there are no spells cast on these people, but they are under the effect of potions.
Potions usually are spells in potion form, aren't they?
Well, one of them certainly is, and I've done that.
I think
the
if
other one
it's
is
some-
not a potion that replicates a spell effect.
It's probably immune then.
Choose
fine.
one creature, object, or magical effect.
Yeah, no, you pick the creature. Pick one creature. That's the first bit. Yeah.
And read the second sentence. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target is the creature.
Yeah. So I'm counting the potion that is definitely a spell potion.
I think
and is of lower than 3rd level. Is 3rd level or lower. That's gone. Yep.
Yeah. I think if it was like a potion of invisibility, it'd be gone. If it's a potion of healing, no effect, because the effect has
I
taken
think it's
place.
like fire giant strength or something.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
mean, you know,
It's not a spell, it's a magical effect, so you probably have to target that particular
effect.
effect.
Exactly. And all the spells on
Yeah.
Procyon are gone. The question is how many of the things that were affecting Procyon were spells and how many were
Yeah.
not. I think that's basically the simplest thing I can say.
Okay. Moving on.
If as long
Right.
as we've affected something,
You have affected, so you feel like, I mean, I don't know how you would know, but you feel like you've affected something. And also you rolled a 20 for something else. You don't know what that was, but that's a separate question. Right. Anything else from sessions after
no,
that?
I did the waddle, and then I cast the spell. I take a bow.
Fine. On 20, you just rolled so well for initiative here. It's Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Boogie is running as fast as his little legs would go, moving
Yeah.
at about 60 foot to the southwest. I can move faster, but I'm not going to.
So you're heading towards the throne.
The throne,
Area.
so I'm sort of parallel with Parker
Yes.
on the other side of the stadium. Then
Yes.
I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at it, at the green one. So
Okay.
it's arranged.
Before you get to do that, Buggy, you run and stand in front of the throne, and you hear a kind of sort of mechanical noise from above you, like up in the throne area,
Right.
and the floor underneath you disappears.
There's a pit trap here that we didn't discover before.
It sounds
It's
like
fixed.
it's mechanically operated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel that somebody has been waiting for somebody to run into that specific spot. Yes?
Regardless of whether it's them or us.
Uh-oh.
That's right. It's like somebody's probably had a readied action, you think, Buggy.
Right.
Uh-oh. And there's a lion
Waiting
down there.
and you fall, Buggy. If you're right in the middle of the pit, which is where you are, you don't get a saving throw. You fall into a 20 or 30 foot pit. Let me just double check.
Foul.
I've got
It's
a
20 foot
barbarian sort of detect danger. I don't know whether that's going to help.
But it's when you can see something. That's right. Yes. You need
Danger
to be sort of
sense.
checking. The pits have been very
Uncanny
cleverly.
sense when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge to dodge away from danger. You have an advantage on dexterity save against threats you can see, such as
If you had
traps.
been, that's perfect. If you'd been standing in one of the 5 foot squares that gave you an opportunity to dive for solid ground, you'd be making that save at advantage. But unfortunately, the way that this pitch is so set up is that you are more than 5 feet from the edge of the pit in all directions when the lever is thrown. So it doesn't matter unless you can fly.
I can jump.
Well, you can't jump off nothing, right? You can't propel yourself into the air with no whatever.
Didn't you befriend the lions with the last time you were down
Well, we're
here?
going to get into that. We're going to get into that. You drop, Buggy, and you take 2d6 damage from your fall. Unless
Does
you've
my
got
ring
some-
of jumping help? I can jump.
Does it? What does it say?
We can probably jump out, which is the important
How
thing.
deep is the?
Yeah, that is the important thing. It's 20 foot deep.
So I can vertical jump. I can do 18 feet or 15 feet. So I can.
So if you're standing on solid ground, you can jump 18 feet in the air.
Yes.
Is it say anything about what happens if you fall?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to make a presumption that, nevertheless, it offers you some form of protection. We're just going to do a single d6 worth of falling damage, and you're 2 points of falling damage.
Yeah.
And you're in the bottom of the pit with this giant boar, who you sort of recognise, Buggy. Now, what else have you got left of your? And it sort of snarls at you, but it sort of sniffs and snarls at you. It's not attacking you or anything.
Sorry.
It's
How
sort
deep
of
is the pit?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Was there a
Can
boar in the
There was a boar in the understructure. There
in the
was a boar.
understructure?
Didn't I
And
Yes,
befriend
goat?
them?
and Buggy. I don't know if Buggy has a face for boars, right?
I befriended
But
them, didn't I? I said I'd let
You
them
did.
all free.
You did, and as I right, I'm saying, this boar is at the bottom of the pit. Doesn't seem to be attacking you. Seems to be sniffing at you and
Oh.
sort of regarding you, but doesn't seem to have pounced on you as you might expect it to have done.
Oh, right. I'm going to jump out if I can. I can jump 18 foot up, although that doesn't get me to the top. Do I get any kind of save as if I can try and grab?
Well, I think you could make an athletics check. I think if you step to the pit wall and then you've got more movement left, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was on my
Fine.
first movement
Yeah,
action.
yeah,
I'd-
fine, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you step to the wall and then do a vertical jump straight up, right?
Yeah.
And then you just need to make an athletics check. I've got a number that you need to basically grab onto the edge of the pit when you're close enough.
Okay, so this is it. I had
Go
3
for
to
it.
this. And do I get
Yeah.
1d4 from the bless as well?
I don't know. I don't know. What to-
10
Hmm.
plus, if I get 1d4 from the bless,
Graham,
14.
it's quite important as to whether or not you do.
I think the answer's probably not, but
It's attacks and saving throws.
Tax and saving throws. Okay. Sorry, Buggy. No. In that case, with a 10 is not quite enough.
Okay, I've still got more movement. Can I jump up again? Basically, I ran 60 foot
but
out.
I think you're
70
going to... I get the general idea. I think you're going to take another d6, falling back down, right? It's another 1 point of damage after your first unsuccessful attempt, and then you can jump
I'll
again.
Spring
One
one more time.
It's like a game
Yeah.
of whack-a-mole.
Oh, that's more like it. Would you get 12? 12 is enough. You grab on to the edge of the pit, so you've got another bit of movement left.
I will stay there, actually. I'm on the north side of the pit. And then as a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon. Oh, I can put it right next to him. And then it's going to bash. Okay, so that's a 19 plus 1d4.
19 is a hit on Procyon.
23, and I do 4.
4 points of damage.
Does the bless add to the damage?
nope.
4 points of damage. That's so
4
good.
points of damage on Procyon. Procyon doesn't like that very much. He goes, "Oh, that seems a bit unsporting." And it is D on 14.
Sorry, who? So what?
Crowd.
D.
I think we need to get this wild boar into the action.
Wild boar.
I'm just
Crowd
wondering
must
how
have been impressed by what I did, and
The crowd were impressed. Yes.
Get any
When they were
bonus
like,
points?
"Ooh!" when you fell in, and then when you managed to sort of spring back out after a bit of wibbling about, they were like, "Ah!" And then they started. Then they forgot all about you and started going, "D."
how can we get the wild boar out of the pit?
Wild boar.
We could rig up a crane.
This is not your standard behaviour, Paul. If there was a boar and a pit with you anywhere near it, you would basically set fire to it, cover it up with earth, and let it cook for like 20 hours.
It's amazing.
Stick it in a vacuum bag and
The meat just falls off the bone.
Not a live boar, I wouldn't. No, I think getting the boar into the action would be great. As in, if it's a
could attack
friendly
us,
boar.
apart from me.
I mean, your DM, the idea that you are going to, sink significant effort, treasure, and time into trying to winch a giant animal out of a 20-foot pit in the middle of a fight, I can only encourage you.
I don't have. If I had some spells to do it, I would. But no, what I'm going to do,
Spread out.
I'm going to move
Shoot.
next to Buggy,
So you're running up to Buggy at the edge of the pit.
running up to Budgie at the edge of
Budgie.
Budgie.
Yep.
That's a good name. Running up to the Budgie at the edge of the pit, and I'm going to shoot at. He's going to be at disadvantage, but I'm going to shoot
Procyon? Sirius?
at Procyon.
Okay, off you go.
Procyon.
The Procyon.
Le Pression, and a crossbow attack at. So that's a 24
That's a hit. That's a solid hit, yeah.
and a 24. So
Yeah.
that will be doing 7 points de damage.
7 points de damage. Okay,
Sur la
it's
tête de le
more,
monstre.
again, he sort of goes, "Oh, it's a load of rubbish." And we can drop down through. Is that it for D,
That's
Sandra?
it
D?
for
Yep.
Alessandra.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Alessandra
you.
D.
Note.
Okay, and it's them. Well, now, the first thing that happens is they both disappear.
Of course.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Blink or invisible.
Well, I mean, it's kind of impossible to know.
They don't appear next to
Start
us.
watching for footsteps in the dust.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're watching for footsteps in the dust. So where are you concentrating, Parker?
Well, I'll concentrate on who's the guy on the left-hand side.
You can't, I mean, in the split second that's afforded to you to do this,
Yeah.
you've got to pick somewhere. You've got to make a guess as to where you think they might be going and concentrate on an area. You can't, as it were, scan, right, all however many 1,000 square foot of arena there is.
No,
So
so the area sort of 10-15 foot around where Procyon was.
So you watch for the green guy, Procyon,
Yeah.
the leader. You're
Yeah.
sort of looking at that. Give me a perception check.
Also, if they're, I have to say, if they're doing anything other than
That would
trying to
be-
be very sneaky, they're going to be kicking
Mhm.
up dust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
11
understand all of
plus
that.
2 is 13.
What?
11 plus 2 is
Oh, that's what you
13.
rolled.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's just like a weird piece of coincidental dice rolling. 13, you don't spot any traces of any movement in that area when you concentrate on it. Why don't we give Buggy and D also both a chance to sort of track, see if they can see any movement around the people they're concentrating on, specifically Procyon. Yep.
So perception checks.
Yeah, just give me a perception check, yep. At disadvantage, actually, but yeah. You didn't need
11.
to worry about it with Lucas. Mm-hmm.
Is it worth rolling again?
You don't see anything, and Buggy, you get a chance, Buggy, since you've got your spiritual weapon right on Procyon. When he vanishes, you're looking in the right area.
16 and 19, so 16 plus.
Okay, yeah, Buggy, you think that
18.
you picked up some signs that he might be running. You don't know where Procyon is, yeah, but you thought you might have seen some disturbance that might give you the impression that he was running sort of directly east in the direction of the right.
Right, which means I get an attack of opportunity with my spiritual weapon.
You can't, no, because you cannot make an attack of opportunity against a target that you can't see.
But
And
I
you can't
just
see.
noticed him.
No. Sorry. Maybe I should restate this. You don't know where he is. You don't know where he ended up. But when you were looking at the area where he was, you thought you saw maybe some dust traces in between where he was and a point towards the eastern side of the arena that makes it look like he was running kind of, as it were, right to left as far as you were concerned.
Yeah.
But it's not that's not the same as knowing where he is. You just saw a little bit of disturbance that gave you the impression that if he's gone anywhere, and if your hunch is right, he might be heading towards the east. Yes?
Yeah.
And that is it for them. And we move on to Burple on 5.
Well, Burple's going to cast See Invisibility.
Cool.
I see invisible creatures as if they were visible.
Yeah.
I can see
and you
onto
have
the
to
ethereal plane.
My question is, you're going to have to describe,
Yeah.
narrate where they are, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything clever, do we, with our setup that means that can happen.
Can you do fairy fire?
Yes. Next.
Is it fairy fire or glitter dust? Something that.
It's very far.
I can do fairy fire.
It's a dexterity save.
What is? Yes.
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire, yeah.
Okay, well, I will describe where they are, Burple,
Yeah.
and you can shout out.
Yeah. You can do
It
it for
looks
me.
like they've basically split and run in exactly opposite directions. Procyon has run from the circle towards the throne, yeah? Not directly, but heading east, right? So if
Yeah.
their red circle is in the bottom quadrant of the arena, he's just gone directly east in a straight line, running round one of the officials, obviously, yeah, and heading towards the edge of the arena. And Sirius has run the other way. Sirius has sort of veered a little bit further north. So Sirius has run off at sort of, 10 o'clock perhaps. Yeah, running ever so slightly north, but mostly west. So they're basically splitting themselves up to be as far apart from each other as possible.
Yeah.
That's it.
How far did they get? How fast did they move?
Oh, about 30, 40 feet, something like that.
Right.
Whether or not their ability to go invisible is a free thing, or whether or not that burnt some of their, activity, you're not sure.
Well, that's why it's important whether they move 30 feet or 40 feet.
You think they moved? Okay, well, here we go. You think they moved 35 feet?
I'm going up to the official. I'm just sort of
Yes.
ambling over. I'm saying,
Yes.
oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. And then I'm saying, so these pits, are there many of them?
The official says, I can't discuss the details of the arena with a contestant.
Well, thanks for the info.
Top of the round 2, Parker on 23.
I will move due south until Burple tells me to stop.
Well, and also, do I say left a bit, right a bit? So I need.
Yes.
I kind of don't.
I'm not sure. Okay, we're not going to be horribly stickly on this. I think that you can take a free action when it's your turn, but I don't think you can constantly.
Okay,
Yes, in
fair
the
enough.
6 second.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
so but that doesn't mean you can't kind of. Let's just apply a bit of reasonability. So you just start running south, Parker.
So I will move due south.
At a certain point, Burple goes, stop. I presume. Is that what you do, Burple?
Yeah.
And then at that point, I will then try and whack whatever's in front of me.
Yeah. So you're just swinging into the space in front of you.
Yes. I mean, I assume was it total cover, isn't it?
Just a disadvantage. Just give me a shot. You got the blinded condition as far as it's concerned.
Yeah. So that's a.
It's not going to be enough.
15.
It's not going to be enough.
Is not enough.
How many
That's
attacks do you get?
first, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is 20
Oh, roll again.
and 26.
Oh, that is a hit. Yeah, you land a blow. Make the roll.
That's
You hear a
then.
kind of in front of you.
That's 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final attack is a 27 or
And roll again, just in case you get a lousy number. A lousy number. Marvellous.
Yeah, any concentration checks needed?
In this instance, no.
Okay.
Right, it is Sessions on 22.
Assume I'm going to get walloped next round now.
Can I target the invisibility effect on one
So
of
it's
them?
Pick a creature, an effect, or whatever.
Creature,
right?
object, or magical effect within range.
Benefit of the doubt, I was going to say yes. Doesn't say you can't, right? I think you've got to be specific. So you can't be like,
Yeah,
you're
you should be able to
targeting
do
the
that. Invisibility.
You know where
There's an
somebody is. You know where somebody is. You're identifying the. It doesn't say you can see within range, does it?
No.
Right. So you've got a line of effect. You've got a clear path to the target. You know where the target is, or at least close enough. You nominate the effect, which is their invisibility. You do it. Yeah.
Okay. So
It becomes visible. Sirius appears, looking like, oh, I mean, I don't know whether or not he knows that he's visible, but maybe he's doing that thing where he's like making funny faces at Parker, right? Going, "Ooh," making like picking up a glass, making it float around. Ooh. But you bring him visible.
I'm not sure what else I can do, so I will again take a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The crowd like that. Oh, let's make a quick roll. High numbers are better for you. Oh, the crowd love that. Yeah, on a 6. They're already, obviously, because of the kind of the hero worship of D. They're already massively on your side, but that has swung them further on your side.
And with that, I stay put.
Uncle Buggy. You're standing by a pit. There's a boar at the bottom. You're standing by the throne. You think there's an invisible guy directly to your south. You're not 100% certain, and there is a Sirius has appeared next to Parker on the other side of the arena. What do you want to do?
And now Sirius has appeared. I think I'll head over towards him. So I'm going to do my 70-foot move.
Yep.
Am I going to fall in another pit? Hope not. Sort of towards Parker. Can I just keep an idea of, if there's any pits? Now I know what to look for.
Yeah, if you want to look for pits, you have to move at half speed, and you can make a perception check. If you want to run full pelt, I mean, on a dusty arena where everything has been covered in a layer of sand, you think that the DC to spot, you'd be rolling at disadvantage for starters. The DC to spot a well-concealed pit as you're basically sprinting is going to be, you'd be taking a big risk. If you're prepared to move at half speed and be kind of scanning the ground in front of you as you pad along, yeah, you can make a roll.
What do you think?
What's your choice?
What do you think? Do you think there's a load of pits along here?
Don't know.
You're asking me?
There weren't last
Not
time.
easy
I
to
mean,
know,
there could be
is it?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to you.
I think I'll do a slightly weird pattern. Okay, so basically I'm doing a sort of Z-shaped. So I'm going skirting around the edge of the pit, and then when I get to the 5 foot beyond the southern end of the pit, I'm heading west. If the pits are in a parallel line, hopefully I've avoided that. Fine, and then I'm going to do a guiding bolt at this thing. So I'm rolling.
That's Sirius, yeah.
At Sirius at +5 on this. 11, I get 1d4 because of the bless.
Yeah.
15.
15's a miss, I'm afraid.
And then I'm moving my spiritual weapon as a bonus
Yeah.
action 20 foot towards him. I think that's the maximum amount I can move.
D on 14.
Alessandra is going to follow in
Change
Buggy's
your name,
footsteps.
change your name.
D.
Alessandra's going to follow in Buggy's footsteps and
Clever.
just next to him.
Very clever.
Yeah, I understand.
Very clever. Except you're 5 foot 2 far north, and if there's a parallel pit, you'll fall down it.
Well, let's wait and find out.
Okay, and you run to there. What else are you doing?
That's it. That's because that's more than a move.
Oh, I see. So you can't have a shot.
I
It's
can't
them.
have a
It's
shot.
Pitchblade. Pitchblade. First thing that happens is that Procyon appears. His invisibility is discarded. You don't know why. You don't know what was going on there, but he appears pretty much exactly where you all thought he was. He shoots north towards the pit that Buggy fell down. Yep. But veering into the centre of the arena a little bit. As he does so, he grows from being a dwarf to something more akin to the size of an ogre.
Oh, it's a Dragar. Is he a Dragar, or is he sort of grey skinned?
And then what he does is he sort of goes
Oh, they're Dragar. Yeah, they go invisible and they
and
grow in size, of course.
lightning crackles out of him towards Buggy and D. Buggy and D, can you make, let me make sure I've got the right thing here. Can you make dexterity saves, please? Whatever advantage, whatever might apply. DC 15, please. DC 15 dexterity saves. 2 arcs of lightning come out of him at you.
Okay, my danger sense means I get an advantage on the dex
I
roll.
get a dexterity save of 19.
Okay, well you've made the save. Yep.
Dexterity +2. So roll this at advantage. So it's a 12, a 14, and then 1d4 from the bless.
Yeah, so you make it.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You take half of the following damage. You take half of
Oh my God.
20 points of lightning damage. And Parker,
Yes.
from Buggy and from Sirius, so it's like it's joining up between the two of them. Yes, another arc of lightning spears from Buggy into you and into Sirius. Can you make a DC 15 dexterity save?
15.
15 is exactly what you needed, and you take half of the following. You take half of 3, you take half of... you take 5 points of electricity damage from that. Next thing that happens is that Sirius also expands. Whoop! Becomes this great big ogre thing, and it smashes you, Parker, with his axes. Nice and simple. Here we go. Bosh. No more fucking
How did we
about.
miss this?
First attack.
I don't know.
Did we not ask
Don't
anyone?
know. We fought them before. It's so
They're
stupid.
just Duergar.
No, but I mean,
They
we
should be-
didn't ask anyone.
No.
These guys grow big and whack you.
You didn't ask those questions. I've spent a fair amount of time.
No, you're right.
You
we didn't.
can review the tape. Quite a lot of time has been describing them as grey-skinned,
Yeah.
Yeah.
strange.
Actually, I'm
Anyway,
less scared that they're Duergar than some horrible NPC barbarian.
Yeah.
Will be.
Well, it
oh,
could
well,
be.
no, they're Duergar barbarians, Johnny. So the first one,
Yeah, they
first
get
attack.
both- they get
now
both.
it's enlarged. First makes its first attack. As a bonus action, he seems to sort of become extremely annoyed.
It's got like a
Raging.
rage. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
he's
he can't. I'm sorry. I mean, I won't take that dice roll, which was an 18. He can't do that because he's used his bonus action to change size. So actually, he can't rage. So he's just having a standard attack. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling a 19. Hitting armor class 30.
Whoa, plus 11. Fucking hell.
For the
That's
following
at least.
damage, because the damage is doubled because of his size now, he does 2, 8, he does 19 points of slashing damage, and then there's something weird about him as well. He does a further 7 points of necrotic damage.
Eesh.
Yep.
Eesh.
So 19 points of slashing damage, did I say that? And 7 points of necrotic damage. And then he has his second attack. He rolls an 11. He hits armor class 22.
That's a hit.
Is that a hit? Yeah. Doing a further 13, a further 23 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And then another 10 points of necrotic damage. So he basically smacks the absolute bejesus out of you.
Oh my god, how are you doing?
I'm on 5 hit points.
5 hit points.
And that is them, and it's Burple on 5.
Right.
Should we just focus on this pink one?
Yes, I think you go.
We've got to do
well,
one at a
hang on.
time.
Okay, can Procyon make an intelligence save DC 14?
I seriously doubt it. Here we go. What's his intelligence save?
That you always save against these spells.
Okay, well, maybe. Well, that's a separate
I've
thing.
not succeeded once. with this.
Let's just have a look. He rolls. What was the DC?
14.
He fails.
Oh, by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I will tell you what that is. That's a spell called Enemies Abound.
No, I'll frantically look up a spell.
No,
now
it's
that I
called
know.
Enemies Abound. Enemies Abound. You reach into the mind of
Yeah.
one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. Creature
Is it a
automatically.
charm effect?
A creature automatically succeeds if it is immune to being frightened.
No, it's not a frightened effect.
Okay.
But it's not a charmed effect, right?
No, don't think.
Okay, as long as it's not charmed. He's got this
It's a
chap.
third level enchantment.
Right. I mean, I don't know. This character has got advantage on saving throws against being charmed. So
It's not charmed.
I mean,
It's not
It's
charmed.
not charmed.
It's not charmed.
fine.
On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe, regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose the target at random from among the creatures it can see within the range of the attack, spell, or other ability it's using. If an enemy provokes an opportunity attack from the affected creature, the creature must make that attack if it is able to.
Understood. We'll worry about it when it's its turn, right?
Mm-hmm. And I
Okay,
will
fine.
shout.
Fantastic spell.
I will shout to D and Buggy to attack Sirius. Move away from Procyon.
Got it. Parker on 23. The crowd are like leaning forward, and there's almost the crowd are quieting a little, yeah, because it's really very, very engrossing contest. Clearly, you're quite well matched, but that spell, they can understand that somehow Burple has exerted some sort of weird chicanery on Procyon, but they don't know what it is. Procyon looks a little bit nonplussed, right? You're shouting instructions about leaving him alone. They're like, oh, what's this? What's this?
So first attack,
You're attacking.
I'm going to attack at least a couple of attacks first of all, and we'll see how it goes. So the first attack is nice. Armor class 19 plus 2 plus
It's
8
it.
is a 29.
Yep, straightforward hit.
Doing-
Nice and easy. Yep.
Not quite a critical, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, about 11 points of damage, and then he please has to make a saving throw, DC Constitution saving throw, DC 13.
DC 13 Constitution save. Rolling a 16 saving.
Okay.
Anything else from that?
Yeah, no, that's all that. And then the next attack, same again.
Mm-hmm.
This time hitting
That's a
armor
nice
class
beer.
20.
20 is a hit.
Oh, very good. So that would be another 10 points of damage.
Yep.
And
I
then
mean, you feel you're, wounding this individual now.
and then another DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
DC 13 save. Rolling an 8. Oh, I don't know about that. It is a Constitution save. It is a save. It is a save. You picked the wrong save there, I'm afraid. Yeah, sorry. What's next? Anything else?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to have a think about you three. You guys are
The
gonna
dear
be
readers
over
can't see
there.
this, but the rangefinder use at the moment.
Yeah.
Roll 20 arena board is quite extraordinary. It's starting to look like Missile Command for those of you who remember 1980s video games. Right.
Are you guys going to be over next to me
Attacking next round, yes.
next
Moving
round?
Well, in my round, I'll be moving up and bashing it, so I can move fast.
Right. I'm just wondering. So now I've got the option. Either I use my bonus action to do 2 more blows, or I use my bonus action to disengage and run away.
Well,
Because I'm
on
only
5
on
hit
5
points.
You're on
I'm-
5 hit points.
Yes.
I think
I
I
mean-
would do the latter.
No, I mean, literally, Graham cannot
Yeah,
compute
but
this.
I do have no. The thing is, I do
There's
have
balance.
Relentless endurance, but it's still going to hit you twice. It's going to take
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Takes down
so
with the
I
first
will-
one.
It's got just those 2 hits,
Yeah,
Parker.
so I will disengage and move basically due north towards.
Yeah, you're just running away. North.
Sessions.
Fine.
Yeah.
Get it.
Watch
Run
the
into a
pit
session.
trap.
I like it.
Do you have 3 actions?
Yeah,
What do
how
you
is
mean,
that?
3 actions?
Well, you haven't used a move, and you're using where's the
Or 2 actions.
where's the disengage coming from? Sorry, you got a cunning action like a thief or something.
Yes, so I can use.
Cool.
I can do a disengage as a bonus action.
Lovely,
Nice.
super, nice, very
Nice.
nice. Right, very
Cost me
nicely
a key
done,
point
Parker.
there.
Very nice, though.
Parker, when you run to there,
I did say watch out for the pit trap. Come on.
That's basically precisely the way I came.
okay, so you run up to there. Yep. Can you make a DC 14
Reflex.
dexterity save as the floor opens up underneath you?
So these floors are controlled from the balcony, right?
You're not sure, but something's going on.
Oh,
Yeah. So
there.
that's not. Yeah. Parker has basically
24.
Done.
You made it.
Yeah,
You're
had a
fine.
really
You-
good round.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
now basically they've just saying, well, your really good round is now a shit round.
I mean, who
That's
knows?
not going to
what
go
the-
down well with the crowd. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's have a look. Let's roll a d6. The higher the number, the more they sympathise. The lower, the more they sympathise with it. No, they don't
Yes.
like it. They don't like it. They think that's probably a little bit
Foul
that's a little
play.
bit- yeah, that's a little bit below the belt. Parker basically pegging it,
Exactly.
and then the authorities deciding to release the pit. But well, we're not going to go into the pit strategy here. No. Because Lucas, if we start even mention pit strategy, Lucas will still be talking in half an hour. So we move on to sessions on 22. That was an F1 joke there, by the way. Yeah,
I know.
So did I? Basically, that means that I managed to sort of grab on.
yeah. Step yourself move yourself 1 5-foot square to the corner. There's another giant
Okay.
boar in that pit as well. It didn't look like it was going to be nice to you. It looked like it was going to try and
Okay.
trample you, but it doesn't get the chance because Parker is a nimble little person. Right, sessions 22.
I can't quite get to Parker. That's slightly annoying.
Mm-hmm.
4 squares. Can you not?
Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can. I'll move up to Parker. I will do Cure Wounds at second level on Parker, I think.
Very nice. Yep.
And he's 11 points healed.
And it is Uncle Buggy.
hang on.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, no, hang on. No, I can't. So we've
No,
discovered the
done.
bonus casting doesn't work like that, does it?
It doesn't do it anymore. No, it doesn't work like that anymore. Uncle Buggy on 20.
Uncle Buggy is running up to the pink one,
Sirius.
Sirius,
Yes.
and he's going
Cannot be
slightly round the
serious.
west side of him,
The west side.
And-
Yeah.
the west side, and then
West
he's
Side
going
Story.
to.
So he's sort of
the-
running round to keep him, but
Yes.
so that he's kind of nearer the edge of the arena. Got it.
Precisely so. And then
Yep.
I'm going to, as a bonus section, start raging.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bash with my great axe.
So it's a
So-
tolerably decent axe. Yeah.
Yep.
Ready? I'm ready. Do it. Roll dice.
Okay,
Do stuff.
so
Exciting.
here we go. The first attack. I roll a 23 plus.
20 is a hit. 23 is a hit. 23
Yeah.
is a hit. Yeah.
Nice.
I do
Very nice.
16 points of damage. Do I get a 1d4 from the bless?
Nope,
Nope.
still don't.
Okay,
no,
that's
Bless does
16 points.
1d4 on to hit rolls and 1d4 on saving throws. And is it just all saving throws or just saving throws against fear?
I think it's all saving throws.
I think it's
All
also-
saving throws.
also-
There we go. It's
okay.
it never affects damage.
It is 16 points of damage, but 4 of that is
Yeah.
cold, so his barbarian thing might not reduce.
Well, he doesn't seem to be raging. Yep.
Oh, doesn't he?
Yet.
No, he didn't
Okay.
seem to rage last time. No.
I'll bash him again.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hit,
Ooh,
24.
That's another hit. Yeah. Love it.
And I rolled 15 of water damage.
Another 15. Yes, got it. He's looking. I mean, he's,
And I think I've pretty much used up all my goes.
What about D on 14?
D. Alessandra, otherwise known as,
Yeah.
is going to move directly.
He's looking really, really like not. Just that sort of eye roll as the crowd are like, D, 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 D.
She's going to
Are
get a
you a
bit
shooty
stroppy.
type?
Oh,
I am
God,
a
these people.
I am a shooty type.
We'll
So
shoot something.
I'm going
less
to shoot.
culture in this whole arena than there is in my little finger.
Alessandra's going to head directly west, get as far away from whatever.
You're running away from Procyon.
Procyon as far as
Yeah.
you can, but then is still within good range of Sirius.
The very
Oh,
best
sure.
range.
The
Yeah, I'm
very
I'm sure our
best
positioning has worked very well.
The very best of ranges. Yeah.
They're going to do a crossbow attack on him. Come on.
Oh,
Armor class 20.
20's a hit.
Right. So what we're going to get is 7 points, but also
Some sneak attack
further
damage.
Sneak damage. So it's another 14, so 21 points of damage in all.
Oh, hold up. You see, so it was 7 though, wasn't it? 21 in all. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine. Got it. Oof. Hello. Yeah, Bloodied City.
Do you have another shot?
No, because I've done a move and my other... I can't do two crossbows. I can do a crossbow and a...
Sirius. And Procyon. Let's start with Sirius, because Procyon's going to be hilarious. Sirius, now he looks angry, Buggy. And he swings at you with his giant axe,
Getting a 1.
hitting armor class.
Oh, it's a
That's
2
a
though.
lousy roll. That is a dreadful roll. He only hits. Let me just make sure I've got my little
13.
notes here. It's not good. Yeah, armor class 13 is not going to be enough to hit. And then he gets a second attack.
Oh my god.
Oh, dearie me. Armor class 15. That is a miss as well. Am I right? Am I right?
No.
That is it.
You mean no, not a hit?
No, not a hit.
you're not
or hit?
right.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I meant no. He didn't hit.
Yeah, it didn't hit. Okay, now let's go on to Procyon. Let's talk about this spell, bots.
He can't differentiate friend from foe.
Right, so does he go for the nearest thing that it can see?
Well, I would assume that if it's going to move, if it's going to attack something, it'll choose a target, and it can move.
Yeah. So it's got.
It's the only creature within a move and
the
attack
nearest
distance.
thing. Well, no, he's got this lightning thing. You see.
Well, you
So,
could use that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the lightning thing has got a longer range. Even so,
The nearest
and he-
creature. Yeah.
well. So this is. That's why I'm
Or
asking.
groupings
Is it the
of two.
nearest?
I don't
Is
know.
it the nearest creature? Indeterminate. of whatever. For example, Procyon could move, and there's a very wide array of targets that Procyon can get with his lightning power if he moves a little. But is he going to therefore go for the nearest person, or am I going to be rolling randomly between all the people that Procyon could conceivably attack with a move? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, of course. But
I just want some guidance from the wording of the spell.
I will display it on.
Here we go. Thank you. Okay, right, here we go. You creature mind a creature automatically succeeds. Yeah. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. All creatures as enemies until the spell ends. Right, so everybody he can see, he thinks is an enemy. So I'm going to roll randomly between everybody he can see, since pretty much everybody he can see, he can get close enough to do a lightning thing on.
Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature, it must choose the target at random.
Yeah, precisely. So I'm going to choose the target
from among the creatures it can see within range of the
range
attack,
of the attack spell
or other
or
ability
other
it's
abilities.
using. So if its plan was to attack something, there is only one target.
If it was
to hit something.
You mean with its axes? The
Yes.
last thing it attacked was with its lightning power.
Sure.
I think we need to. I mean, we're going to be making some dice rolls to see what it does.
Yeah.
It effectively can attack everybody it can see, including Sirius. We should be clear, and the two referees.
I was about
Yes.
to say, and
Two
two referees.
That's
We're
what
not-
I'm
And,
hoping
and
for.
the people on the
That's what
DS.
I'm hoping for. Surely
no,
that's
no,
a
so-
disqualification.
What we're going to do is we're going to say no. He's
Yeah.
not going to. He's not going to be attacking the people who are. There's a wall that goes up, right?
Okay.
I mean, technically, it just gets absurd at that point. I
Yeah.
think we're going to stick with people in the arena.
Yeah.
And I think that
Fair
because
enough.
he can attack anybody within 30 feet of himself with a move,
Yeah.
then bearing in mind that with his axes he would have to move in order to have the attack, I think it's a wash. So I think that everybody he can see, he can attack.
Okay.
In that case, we've got a referee, Burple, Sessions, Parker, D, Buggy.
Can he see me?
Two referees.
many are small-
Maybe
small
we might tweak that a bit, Buggy, because you are tiny and Sirius is on the other side of him. 1-2 is the first referee. 3-4 is the second referee. 5-6 is Burple. Yeah. 7-8 is Sessions. 9-10 is Parker. 11-12 is D. 13 is Buggy, and
14-15.
Yeah, fucking how are we going to do this?
Just
Roll
roll
a
one
D-
roll
roll a
1d15.
Yeah. 14, 15 is the thing.
Yeah, just-
16, 17
just
is
type
the
in-
other referee.
1d15.
I mean,
roll
otherwise
one
you'd
D17.
roll a D12 and ignore
I'm gonna roll one-
D20 rather.
You
and
can roll
ignore
a
16 to 20.
D17. And
Roll
Gonna roll
1d15.
Is it 15 or
1d15?
14?
15.
15.
5. It is Burple.
Brilliant.
Poetic justice.
Brilliant. He looks around him in confusion, looks at Burple and goes, strides towards Burple till he's basically level with the top part of the royal box and the throne area, and an arc of lightning zaps out of Procyon at Burple, who must make a dexterity save, DC 15. This is going to get funnier than you think.
2 lightning bolts, didn't it?
Well, we're gonna get one thing at a time. You asked me to pick a single target. You see, this is the thing. But I think we might expand this. But let's get onto this. So Burple, DC 15.
I didn't ask you to spot the target.
Yeah, but DC 15. Off you go.
DC 15. What kind of save is this?
It's a dexterity save, DC 15.
What?
20.
20.
And you save. So you take half of the following.
It's a critical save. Do I not take no damage at all?
I mean, if you want to go back a few editions, but then of course we will be using their healing rules. That is a total of 17 points. So that is 8 points of lightning damage. Now, I think you're right.
Yeah.
From where it's standing, Procyon can't get anybody apart from the other referee. The question is whether or not he would attack multiple targets if he has the opportunity to do so. The spell is not explicit on this, right? We made a roll out of the group and we've got a thing. But I think it's only fair for me to roll to see whether or not Procyon, fueled by bloodlust, also zaps at the referee with another lightning bolt now that he's decided to pick Burple as a target. That's what I'm ruling. Yeah.
I
All
think
want to
just to, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's. I would just phrase it slightly differently in that the spell is called Enemies Abound. He
Yeah,
basically
He
thinks
can't tell friend
everybody
from
is.
foe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So he's
So
just
he has
lash
to pick
out,
somebody.
lashing
So
out.
he's picked.
Yes.
He's now picked somebody, but now he's made that move and picked somebody. There's nobody else he can get with the range of his lightning power. Is what I'm saying. The only person he could also get would be this referee.
I think
I'm going to say say what?
I think he has to. Yeah.
On a 1 to 3, he is going to stick with what he's got. On a 4 to 6, he is also going to zap the referee. And he goes for the referee.
Oh my god.
The referee has to make a saving throw and fails the save.
Technicality.
Takes
We win on a technicality.
12 points of damage. I'm just going to roll some hit points for this referee. I don't think this referee's got many hit points. We're going to say that they've got a
disqualification, isn't it?
D8.
Awesome.
Say what?
Attacking referees must be instant
Yeah,
disqualification.
Well, let's get to that. We'll get to that in a moment. Blimey. It's so difficult to do the admin if everybody's jumping in with every single thing I try and do. It's like,
You can see we're all very excited. We've all got very excited.
Yeah, 6, 8, 13. Okay, this referee is zapped by this lightning, crashes to the ground with 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
Talabir stands up at the on the dais in a sort of state of outrage, and we move on to Burple on 5.
Okay.
You have to make protestation, don't you?
Well, yes, I do.
Well,
I'm
that's
just wondering what else I
That's
do
a
in
free.
combination with
That's
that.
a free.
So I could just drop the spell
Oi,
now.
ref.
Or I could keep. I could.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that. Just keep it running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
Presumably, we want him to go in for the kill on this guy.
Yeah.
Run out of the way so that he can't see anybody else.
So in that case, all my other things are like, I could dimension door away. Yeah, I could just dimension door away.
Down to the other referee and start protecting him.
Yes. Yeah, I'll do that.
Doing the real sort of histrionics. Stand in front of the other referee and say, "You're safe."
Except I don't really need to worry about that. So I will.
Yes.
You know what I could do is play to the crowd. You see, if I release this, there's no chance of him attacking us. He'll if I heal the referee.
You don't know what the repercussions are going to be for this chap attacking the referee, but we're talking about split-second stuff here.
Yeah.
Even if there were repercussions, there's not been time for any of the officials to react to this. You've got to make a decision.
I don't think
based
you need
upon
to
what you-
heal the referee in this round.
No,
Yeah,
I was
you
just
think you
trying,
can-
I was thinking of
Is there any way you
right.
can obscure us from like a fog cloud so he can only see the referee?
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome idea.
Except
It'd be a concentration spell.
yes,
Yeah,
and
true.
I don't have one anyway.
Any sort of illusion spell? No.
No, I have dimension door, or I could do dissonant whispers.
Well,
Well, you don't want to, as far as I understood from the spell, you actually don't want to attack him
No, I don't want to attack him.
because
I'm
then
thinking
he
of
gets a saving.
How can I attack the other guy? Dissonant whispers has
Yeah.
a range of 60 feet, so I'd have to go some to get there. Is there any reason you can't go back in a circle once you've left it?
no,
Mike?
you have no idea if there's any significance of the circles at all. I don't
Okay.
seem to be
No,
any,
I-
apart from a
They
starting
weren't
point.
last time.
Yeah. No. I think you can't go back in.
They're just our
Yeah,
starting
come on,
point.
come on. Split-second decisions from Burple.
yeah,
This
no,
is
but-
not. No. If you're standing there in the arena shouting at each other about what to do next, but you're trying to make a decision over a split. I love all this chatter, but I'm just saying that you're in the middle of a
Two, three.
of a hurly-burly,
4,
Burly
quick
hurly.
decision combat.
5,
got-
6. I will move to there.
Keep it. Can you make it a bit more
Well,
less
no, I'm just
radio friendly?
I'm wondering what powers I have. Not many. So I will do there's not anything offensive I can do. There's no buff that I can do. So I may as well play to the crowd and do a first level cure on the referee and then move away. Or I could move,
So what-
move. Or I could move.
Well, which one are you doing?
I'm going to move. 2,
So you're just
3,
running away.
4, 5, 6. I'm moving away.
Yeah. To where are you running to?
I'm moving to the other side of the circle, or putting some distance between me and it.
I think playing to
Got
the
it.
crowd, act like
Got
you've
it.
been also attacked by this. You've been affected
Yeah.
by this.
End of the round. The referee that was attacked by Procyon, basically zapped by Procyon, sort of staggers to her feet points her wand of office at Procyon, says, disqualified! The other referee at the southern part of the arena does the same, points, disqualification! Talabir points at Procyon and says, you have attacked an official of the arena, and you are disqualified! And the crowd just goes, and we will find out what happens in the next part of the fight next week.
Wicked.
Awesome move, Dan.
Awesome. Nice one.
Another classic Octobomb moment.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Champion's Belt and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Champion's Belt was written by Tito Lietti. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!